So I'm reading from a Daily Mail article, and in the Daily Mail article it talks about, and if you can't hear me, just come closer, I'm not going to project my voice. It talks about a Christian store owner who refused to print posters for the Gay Pride event. Reads his cruel email to the organisers, obey what the Bible teaches. This is what a Christian did. So a printing store has refused to print posters for a Gay Pride event on the eve of Sydney's World Pride Festival. The Sydney CBD franchise of Quick Copy denied a printing request for the official Pride Fight Roller Derby event that had been held that night. The store owner, Wing Kong, wrote a brutal email to the event organisers after they requested his printing services. We are into our 40th year of business, and it has always been our aim to provide a consistent level of service and reliability. Leo, who is the person who made the request. I am unable to print this job for you. I am a Christian, and my faith requires me to obey what the Bible teaches. I hope you understand. Now, did anyone hear anything homophobic in that email? No. Did anyone hear anything that attacked the homosexual community? No. What did he say? He said, I'm sorry, I can't print it for you. I'm a Christian. I have to follow my own religion. Roller derby skater Leo Bunch, 33, said she was shocked after receiving the email. Why? Why was she shocked? A business has the right to refuse you a service. They have a right to refuse you a service. It's 2023. I just walked through 2 train stations absolutely smothered in pride flags, and the content they weren't happy to print was some logos for the different teams. It's common for fans to bring homemade signs, and for World Pride, we wanted to provide them. There's nothing particularly inflammatory, nothing sexual about them. I'm in shock. No one said that they were, Leo. No one said that you were being over-sexualized. That's got nothing to do with the reason why the brother refused to print the pride flags. It's because as Christians, we can't participate in sin. You follow, Leo, a religion of humanity in which the self is God, and the self should be followed and have its expression without question and without challenge. Christians don't follow the religion of humanity. We don't follow the religion of self. We follow the religion of Yahweh that we find in the Bible. And He is our authority, and He commands us not to participate in the festivals of pagan religions. Pride is a festival of a pagan religion of humanity, and that is why we Christians cannot participate. It says in the Bible, what does light have to do with darkness? What does the temple of God have to do with the worship of Baal? That's in the letter to the Corinthians. So when my Christian brother said that he couldn't print the pride flags, he wasn't doing it because he's homophobic. He's not doing it because he hates you. He's not doing it because he's trying to villainize you. He's doing it because his own religion doesn't permit him to participate in your religion, the religion of self. Now, this points out something that's really important to Christians, and it is about the power of economy. Economy has the power to influence and shape our lives. One of the reasons why the progressives have so successfully managed to push their agenda, their LGBTQ agenda, their multiculturalism agenda, their atheistic agenda, their don't be a loud Christian agenda, confident Christian agenda, is because they own all the big businesses. And if you don't like what they are doing, they cancel you. They shut down your bank accounts. they boycott your business, they don't do business with you. And when you work for them, they train you in their ideology. You go on training about what it means to be tolerant and pluralistic and to be inclusive and accepting. So they're literally indoctrinating you. They're doing that in schools as well. Now, what does this tell us as Christians? And one of the other strategies that they use is they identify businesses that openly commit to their ideology. And they give them rewards and certificates saying, this business is pro-LGBT, this business is pro-transgender, this business agrees with these values, gives them a little flag. The flag goes in the window, and it goes on the website. So people that agree with the business go and work with the business, and it becomes self-sustaining. Since there's just two in you, I'm just going to talk to you two, right? But this is telling us something as Christians. It's saying to us that we Christians need to have influence in economy. We need to have influence in economy. The vocations in the Christian world include any kind of activity. And being a Christian businessman is a vocation. It is as much a vocation to be a Christian businessman and to set up a Christian business as it is to be a priest or to be a monk or to be an evangelist or to be a pastor or to be a theologian. If you're a Christian called to business, God is calling you to a ministry. And your ministry is designed to do two principal things. One, by influencing the economy, you influence society. Two, well, it's actually more than two things. Two, it's to provide the provision of work to competent Christians who can do the job. Three, by the nature of your business, you influence culture and society. Christians need to create reward symbols for businesses that are pro-family and pro-life. And any business that is identified as pro-family or pro-life or pro-church, Christians should go and work for those companies. And when those companies grow, because Christians shop at those businesses, Christians gain influence in society because we have economy, we have money, we have a share of the economy, so we influence the society around us. We can say, no, we're not celebrating Pride, we're going to celebrate the pro-family movement instead. The other thing that does and alerts us to as Christians is that we should be aware that in the UK and the Western world, there are Muslim Islamists who are trying to establish Islamic economies because they understand, just as I understand, that those that control the economy control one of the ways that we move and have our being, one of the ways that we exist, one of the ways that forms us and forms our choices. If they are allowed to create Islamic institutions of finance and economy, they manage to segregate the Muslim community as a whole from the rest of us and put those Muslims in the hands of Islamists, who then begin to influence their behavior. As Christians, we need to do two things. One, and it's essentially two sides of the same coin. We need to build up a Christian economy. And in the process of building up a Christian economy, we need to erode and undermine the economy of the liberal progressive and the economy of the Islamist. And by undermining their economies, we weaken their stranglehold over society. So my message to all of my brothers and sisters in business, employ Christians who are competent to the job. Use your profits and your finances to sponsor Christian charities. Someone create an award system for Christian businesses that are pro-life and pro-family and pro-church, so that Christians can go on the website, identify a Christian business and go and work for it. And use your influence to fund Christians who are fighting the battles that we all need to fight to win our culture for Christ, by funding the parachurch organizations that are tackling the liberal progressives and that are tackling the Islamist militants. Any questions? Yeah, go on.
What about Christians working for non-Christians?
Right. So the question is, what about Christians working for non-Christian companies? It's inevitable that that will happen. And Christians, therefore, are not doing anything wrong when they work for a non-Christian company. But if you work for a non-Christian company, don't compromise anything of your faith. Be bold in your Christianity. Be confident in your Christianity. And if they sack you for being a Christian, sue them. Sue them and litigate against them. And that is how you change things, by using the courts. That's how our opponents have used the courts and the politicians against us. We can do the same. So Christians can work for non-Christian companies. They should not compromise their beliefs, and they should be willing to sue anyone who discriminates against them on the basis of their faith. Any questions? Questions going once? Questions going twice? Questions going 3 times. Thank you so much, guys. Good night. I'm going home.
No more questions.
You know what?
Yeah. What? Can you come and put it on camera why they sacked you, or are you not allowed to talk about it? Fair enough.
I can talk about it.
You talk off camera, and I'll just say.
They sacked me because of what I believe in.
Yeah.
And I did. They appeal it.
Yeah.
I told them could not do this, could not do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my religion and my way of life.
Yeah.
They reinstate me, but when they reinstate me, I felt that there was something against me.
Yeah.
Same way.
Yeah.
They didn't give me a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Because I was right in what I'm saying when,
Do you know what that's called?
when my union represent.
Do you know what that's called? That's called
Yeah.
constructive dismissal, and it's
Yes.
against the law.
Yeah.
So if they reinstate you, but then make the conditions so impossible for you that you feel forced to resign or leave, then legally speaking, that's called constructive dismissal, and it breaks the law. If that happened in the last 52 weeks, you might still be able to sue them.
It's
But can I make
it's a
another
long
point?
time. I just leave.
Can I make another point though? Is that
Yeah.
you
So
know
the same thing that happened
what,
to me. I
what
agree
you've
with what you're saying.
demonstrated,
Yeah.
what you've demonstrated is that the progressives are not ashamed or shy or unwilling to discriminate against us, are they?
And
Right?
you know,
So my point- no,
sorry,
wait, brother,
and
brother, wait,
the
wait,
worst
brother,
part that is against
brother,
it.
brother, wait, brother,
sorry,
brother,
the person who-
brother, wait,
Right.
brother, wait,
Right.
right? They're not ashamed to discriminate
No.
against us in the workplace. So why should we be ashamed to discriminate against them in the workplace?
Good question, Bob. See,
They can sack us for our beliefs. Why can't we sack the progressives for their beliefs? And now the thing is, the law is stacked against us. So you've got to be smart. You can't say, I'm sacking you because you're pro-transgender ideology. You're going to have to find some other reason. But by driving those people out, you create space to employ them.
It was a Muslim girl.
Yeah.
She asked me a question,
Yeah,
asked me to do something, and I refused.
yeah.
And the next day when I go to work, she's the one that tell the manager about me.
Yeah.
This Muslim girl.
And it was a Muslim girl. Okay, so it was a Muslim girl that got you sacked. As Christians,
Yes.
if we encounter someone who's an anti-Christian bigot, and we caught some anti-Christian bigots today in this park, if someone is an anti-Christian bigot, if they're a Christophobe, complain against them. Try to get them sacked. Fight the fight that we're in, Christians.